Namaste. Hello friends. I am Major Saras Tripathi, author of Silent Constitution, Dangerous Consequences. Today we are going to talk about the second chapter of the book, that is Political Party Regulation Act. In our country, we have multi-party political system where there is no restriction on individuals or the group of individuals to form a political party. Resultantly, there are 2885, I say again 2885 political parties in our country. Are you surprised? You should be, because hardly you may be knowing name of at the most 25 to 30 political parties, and there is a reason for this. In our country, there are approximately 30 political parties which are active. Rest all these political parties out of 2885 minus active political parties somewhere close to 30. These are nothing but a scam. People have registered their political party, and in the name of running a political party, they are taking donations from different organizations, from corporate houses, and utilizing the funds somewhere else. They have created a small aura, a small clout among the people. They are somewhere they are influential. They can create ruckus and problem. So these people, what they are doing is they are utilizing these funds for their personal gain, or what you can call is a scam. So this second chapter, that is Political Party Regulation Act, deals and recommends to create an act by the Parliament of India that should regulate the political parties and ensure internal democracy among them. Now, I would like to give certain data. In our country, there is not a single party except present ruling party, that is BJP, and maybe the one or other party, maybe the Communist Party, where there is a system of people outside a particular family taking over the reins of the party. Otherwise, except these two dispensations, most of the political parties are a family shop. They are dynastic and ruled by one family. I would like to give certain examples. You will be surprised to know that in our country, let us start from Jammu and Kashmir. In Jammu and Kashmir, late Sheikh Abdullah, father of Dr. Farooq Abdullah, he has created a party named Muslim Conference. Later on it became National Conference, and you will be surprised to know he remained the president of Muslim Conference come National Conference for 45 years. And when he died, his son Dr. Farooq Abdullah took over, and for 35 years he was the president. And when he felt tired, his son Omar Abdullah took over as the president. Then this musical chair keeps on going between son and father. So the leadership of the party remains within the family. And this is just an example. This is the condition of almost all political parties in the country. Let us move to the south. In my previous discussion also I had given this example. From extreme north to extreme south, that is Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, all parties are family parties, dynastic parties. And the present ruling dispensation, that is Dramid Munnetra Kadagam, in short what we call DMK, it is the ideal example of dynastic politics. Late M. Karunanidhi, he broke all the records of dynasties, where he remained president of DMK for 49 years, almost half a century. Just 1 year less than a half century. And when he died, you know who became the president or the head of the party? His own son, present chief minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin. And the general secretary of the party is his own sister, Miss Kani Mozi. So it is a family business. There are many capable leaders in DMK, but they are not given the role, leadership role in the party. And more or less this is the condition of all political parties. Let us come to the central stage, that is Congress. Till recently, this was also a pocket borough of Nehru cum Gandhi family. For 19 years, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi was the president, then for some time Rahul Gandhi, and then for some time Sonia Gandhi. With a lot of drama and public pressure, finally they decided to choose a president. I don't know how far he is going to last, because once the reign of the party had gone in the hands of Mr. Sitaram Kesari, and he was unceremoniously thrown out of the party, and again the reign of the party went to the dynasty, that is Nehru Gandhi family. I have given data in this book that I would like to read out for you. I have given a chart that shows what is the condition of political parties in our country. This is the chart. If you read it, you will find Mrs. Sonia Gandhi for 19 years was the president, Mr. M. Karunanidhi 49 years, TDP Chandrababu Naidu for 26 years, BJD Naveen Patnaik 25 years, TMC Mamata Banerjee 24 years, RJD Lalu Prasad Yadav 24 years, SP Mulayam Singh ji, late Mulayam Singh was for 25 years, now his son is the president. BSP, it is always with Miss Mayawati, nobody else, for 19 years, now it is 20 years. And as I have told you, Farooq Abdullah 35 years, TRS Chandrasekhar Rao for 20 years, AIM, that is Asaduddin Owaisi's party is, he has been the president of this party for 14 years from the time it is established. Now a few data about the political parties. There are, as I told you, 2,885 political parties in our country, and hardly there are political parties which can be called a state party or regional party. So the condition is very precarious. The government has to enact the law. Now, why this law is required? This law is required to ensure that the dynasties are broken and there is internal democracy in the party. In the constitution itself, there is no provision for regulating the political parties. That is why I have given the name silent constitution, dangerous consequences. If there was provision for regulating the political parties in the constitution, probably this situation wouldn't have arrived. Since there is no provision, so these political parties are taking advantage of it. Now, what kind of law can be created to regulate these political parties? I have given in the book. That is, the Parliament of India should enact a law that should ensure following. 1. Every political party should have election every 3 years or 2 years. That can be decided by the lawmakers. That's one. Number 2, no person, repeat, no person should be allowed to hold the presidency of a political party for more than 10 years in his entire life. Third, once a person is relinquishing the presidency or leadership of the party, no person of his close or far blood relation should be allowed to contest the election. This will ensure that there is no continuity of blood relation and dynasty is broken. And third point is, I would like to quote from the book. What are the malices of this? Rather, I will say how it can be regulated. Now coming to the malices, what are the problems emanating from the present system where there is no regulation about internal democracy? I have enlisted these. It defeats the very purpose of democracy. We know that democracy is all about the choices, where people should be allowed to choose their leaders. When there is no internal democracy in a political party, it defeats the very purpose of democracy. Second is no chance for their cadre to reaching the top, irrespective of their talent. What is happening? There are many talented leaders in political parties, but then they are not given a chance to lead the party. Take any example. Then frustration and low spirit, that results into frustration among the party. And so what happens once a leader finds that there is no chance of he reaching to the top slot, then he creates his own political party. That creates another problem. That is why in our country there are 2,885 political parties. So everybody thinks that he should be given the leadership role if he is capable, but he is not given. So this malaise comes. Then it encourages sycophancy. If a person knows that I will never become a leader and the person who is from the family will always lead, you see the level of sycophancy, particularly in certain parties which are dynastic. Political suffocation and frustration, no freedom to express frank and just opinion. No, if a leader speaks against the leadership or wrong decision of the leadership, he is thrown out of the party. So there is no internal democracy. Most importantly, it forces political activists to float a new political party, and that again bloats the entire system. Since most of these fragmentation takes place within big political parties, like most of the political parties which are floating around nowadays, were or had originated from INC, except the Jansangh and communist parties. So this again creates a system where the political system is bloated. Now what can be done about? The only way out is that a government, the parliament should enact a law to regulate these political parties. Another problem relating to the representatives and the political parties is that a coalition which is pre-election coalition, after winning the election, because of the kind of equations or the greed or the offers they get from other political party, they switch over the coalition. They should be stopped, because people have voted for political affiliations, political ideologies, and the law should mention very clearly that any coalition that has taken place before election, if after election the partner goes to the to any other coalition for forming the government, the membership of all the elected representatives should be cancelled, and the government and the parliament has to act on this. Similarly, a independent person moving around here they are forming the government, there should also be regulation. So this particular chapter deals with the regulation of political parties, and if you see in the entire world, the strong democracies have this system. Like in USA, we have basically two political parties only. One is democratic and other is republic. Even in Britain, there are only three political parties worth the name, that is Tories, the Labour and the Social Democrats. France is a multiple party democracy, but there also the parties are very limited. And if you see in India, the picture is completely different. So we need to regulate the political parties, and for that I have recommended in this book that the Parliament of India should enact a law and it should regulate the political parties. I have given the name Political Party Regulation Act, and I am sure those who are watching it will work in this direction. Particularly, I appeal to the Prime Minister and the members of Parliament that they should enact a law and regulate the political parties, bring internal democracy in all the political parties and end the dynastic rules. Thank you very much. Namaskar.